Good afternoon. How is everyone doing? Going to give everyone just a minute real quick to get going. Let's see here. Get them there. And let's see, and there we go. Sweet. All right. What's up, Chef? In the house? Good to see you, brother. I'm meaning to take a trip out to Oklahoma to come see you and eat your delicious food. My beautiful wife and our extended family has always enjoyed the delicious linguine with mussels, clams, and shrimp you taught me that one time. All right. Just going to give another minute. Awesome. Well, I think we're going to get started. Want to say thanks again, as always, for joining us. Super excited again this week to share another producer. Great news that last Saturday, Napa has officially opened for non-essential travel, and visitors are welcome. So the restaurants, wineries, hotels are all ready to go. Really excited to host another winery this week. We are changing our format moving forward as a lot of the lockdowns are becoming less restrictive, and I don't think 45 minutes to an hour a lot of people have to spare anymore. So we're now moving from 3 wineries just to 1 winery each week. It'll be about 15 minutes each episode, so just quick and dirty and awesome. Today we have a really special producer. This is Hidden Ridge and Immortal Estate. So really excited to check out their wines, and all Cabernets, and tasting from up on Sonoma County on Spring Mountain, but backside on the Sonoma property area there. The taco truck we hit up was off of Dundee Road and Highway 12, John. I can't remember the actual name of it. It's just like a little Mexican taco truck, but yeah, banging carnitas tacos there. Good to see you, Curtis, in the house. Sorry to disappoint you with the shortened experience now. Jay, how's it going? And good to see you, Steph, and Devin in the house. Thanks so much, guys, for joining us. So checking out Hidden Ridge and Immortal Estate. This is kind of one winery that had some reinvestment into the property and kind of a reinvigoration of the brand. So it was the label back of Hidden Ridge, and then they switched over to Immortal with kind of replanting the vineyard and really focusing on the terroir of the property. All 4 Cabernet Sauvignons. Really excited today. We got one with some age on it, a 2008 Impassable Mountain Reserve from Hidden Ridge, goes for $150. And then we're checking out 2014 Immortal Slope Cabernet Sauvignon, that's $75. And then we're doing back-to-back vintages, the 14 and the 15 Immortal Impassable Mountain Cabernet Sauvignon, and each of those go for $303 a bottle. Definitely reach out to me if you'd like to get any of this. You can definitely send this out. They are offering a special with comped ground shipping, or $1 shipping in the fall. It's a little hot right now. Yeah. And then let's start rolling. So Hidden Ridge and Immortal, it's a project from Tim Martin and Randy Nichols with Tim Milos, who's the winemaker. Again, located on Spring Mountain up in the Mayacamas Mountains, high elevation, lot of slope, about 55 degrees at some portions of this vineyard, so big intensity, great drainage and all that good stuff. 2001 was the first vintage for the Slope Cab, 2008 for the Impassable Mountain, and then Immortal switched over in 2014, so we're going to taste their first vintage of the Impassable there. Total is 2,500 cases for the Slope, and about 350 cases each vintage for the Impassable Mountain. Big, full-bodied wines, and really excited. So here we go. Again, starting off with the 2008 Hidden Ridge Cabernet Sauvignon from Sonoma County. This is the Impassable Mountain Reserve. And this is awesome. So this is all of the wines are aged 28 months, which is a pretty good time for Cabernet Sauvignon. 70% new oak. This has got 15% alcohol, and then $1.50 a bottle again. Let's check out the aroma. That's awesome. So nice seeing some age. 2008, you know, we've got 12 years in this guy. You can definitely start seeing the wine breaking down into the halo there, into the meniscus, getting a little brickish orangish color. Still wonderful on the aroma. A lot of stewed cherries, black pepper, courage. Really, really nice. Yeah, big aromatics, nice bouquet. Nice smoked meats on the palate, kind of gaminess, really yummy. Blackberry. Nice plum fruit, cocoa coming through. Blackberry on the finish, medium to long finish. Balanced acidity, mouthfeel, full-bodied. Tannins on this guy, definitely medium plus. A little grippy on the front end still, so still a lot of longevity in this wine. Super famous vineyard. This vineyard site has received 100-point scores for a very, very long time. Has a pretty big following from the Hidden Ridge days and now moving forward into the Immortal. We work super closely with Augie Kirsting from Carbon Wines. Augie's a great friend of ours, and he has this awesome business that he kind of becomes the brand ambassador or the carbon copy of these really, really small boutique wineries that doesn't make sense for them to have like a full-time tasting staff or a host. So he kind of cherry picks some of the best projects throughout Napa and Sonoma County, showcasing the best wines in these extremely small productions. And we get to highlight and check out these wines for our guests. It's always awesome. Augie's like a nice one call with a nice portfolio of different wines for almost every palate and price point. And then again, definitely focusing on for some of our really nice collectors, just these super small, high-end wines, and that can really, really go the distance. Awesome wine, Aug 2008. Again, this still has so much breath to it, a lot of longevity. Really rich mouthfeel. Definitely pair this with like a petit filet with like a port reduction sauce. Would be banging. That's fantastic. I can't wait to drink the rest of this tonight. All right, moving on. So now coming into the 14s, we're going to check out the 2014 Immortal Slope. 75 bucks a bottle here. Huge value. Really, really nice. Pure Cabernet again. 70% new oak for 28 months. It's 14.9 on the alcohol. Let's check it out. Alright. Cassidy, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining. Katie, sister in the house, how you doing? Kelsey, thanks so much for joining.
I think you forgot to give Kelsey a happy birthday.
And happy birthday, Kelsey. Oh my gosh, sorry. We just did our phone video messages, and sorry, I've been drinking a little bit today. We did a private virtual tasting earlier for a group of 30 ladies from all over the country from Markel Insurance, highlighted an awesome winery, and it's been a fun day. Stellan and Ryder, love you guys. Hope you're watching, and say hi to Nana and Papa for me. Good to see you. Oh, wow. Nice eucalyptus, sage on the aromas here, baking spices like nutmeg. Definitely still getting the cocoa characteristics, black cherry. That's really nice. Black cherry again, still hanging on the palate. White pepper, little hazelnut. That's wonderful. Nice anise, licorice characteristics coming through. That's nice. Still with a black cherry hanging on the finish here as well. Medium finish, medium tannins. Again, a little grapey on the front. This wine has opened up since this morning. I'd actually even say that The tannins have picked up slightly. I tasted these right after lunch, so I might have had some of that fat from that chicken parm still hanging, which maybe softened those tannins out earlier. Really nice balanced acidity though. Full body on the mouthfeel here, just coat, just rich texture. Really, really nice. Awesome wine, not over the top in any sense of the word. Nothing angular or anything poking out. Really, really cool. So they switched over to the Immortal line in 2014. You'll notice here they did the jellyfish on the front label there. As a winemaker and producing wines, you definitely want to have something that can lay down and stand the test of time. And so the focus of the Immortal brand was making these, again, really full-bodied wines that you can lay down and collect and sell for 20, 30 years, no problem. The only animal on the planet is the jellyfish that can live forever. It can keep regenerating itself. And so that's kind of where they went with that, of making these wines that'll stand the test of time and keep reinvigorating themselves. So awesome wines, The Slope, 2014, 75 bucks a bottle, fantastic wine. Really nice balance there. Okay. And now we're going to check out back-to-back, and I'll probably just do these side-to-side, the 2014 and the 2015 Immortal Impassable Mountain. And these are the ones that have consistently been getting 100-point scores off the property. The new vintage 2016, which we don't have yet, they haven't released it, but did get a 100-point score, so super awesome. If you're into some collectible wines, highly recommend checking out these guys. Amazing bottles too. These guys are just like crazy deep punts. Huge weight to these. There's a lot of wine in these right now, but even when they're fully empty, they kind of trick you. You pick up the bottle and there's so much weight to them, you think there's still a good amount of wine left inside, and then it's a sad surprise when you realize that there's not. Okay. Oh, thanks so much for joining. Am Jones in the house, Georgia. Nana again. So hi to Ryder and Stellan. Okay. So again, both of these guys, 28 months in the barrel, getting really repetitive there, 70% new oak, 14.7% alcohol on the 2014, 15.3% on the 15, a little bit more brighter sun, kicking up that alcohol content. So these are 303 a bottle. Definitely special occasion, special anniversary, all that good stuff. It's got a wonderful aroma. Black currant coming through on this guy. Dark chocolate, picking up the anise again, really nice. That's wonderful. 15, a little more blackberry coming through, blueberry. Kind of cedar wood and like saddle leather. That's awesome. Yeah, those are both really, really nice on the nose. Let's check out the bouquet. Boysenberry jam on the palate on the 14. Still picking up the plums, got some nice floral notes like violet. That's nice. Rich fruit characteristics, but again, not over the top. Still definitely picking up some secondary flavors from the barrels on this. Baking spices again. A little earthiness, minerality coming through, some flint. That's awesome. Plum on the finish. Nice long finish on this guy, just really hanging on the palate. Tannins are medium, but really, really polished. Super, super mellow. Balanced acidity, really nice mouthfeel. Do some roasted lamb, crusted with some herbs on this guy would be fantastic. Let's check out the 15. So 15, phenomenal vintage. Definitely one for the collectors. Again, after 2011, had all the drought years, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Just these back-to-back Super Bowl championships. 17s if you picked the grapes before the fires. 18 had this Indian summer, hung on forever, gonna be awesome wines. But 15, they had Shatter in the beginning of the year, which dropped the crops, and the yields for every winery in Napa Sonoma across the board was down 30 to 50% for their yields. So 15, I definitely think one for collecting, whereas all of these are, of course. But I think in a decade, you're going to have a lot of 12s and 13s and 14s and 16s on the market still available, and I just think 15 is going to be really, really hard to find because just the supply level was so low, but the quality again was super, super high that came out. Let's check out the palate on this guy. Nice, rich on this guy. Definitely picking up brambleberry, sweet tobacco. More of that saddle leather again coming through. Nice pepper. Definitely a little more gumption to this guy, a little more breadth. Again, the 14's got a year of age on it, so a little bit softer. Where this is a little bit more voracious, little more in your face. But really nice, still balanced completely. Nice black cherry on the finish here. Again, long finish, just like the 14. Both these guys just powerhouses. Full body, they recommend aging these at least 25, 30 years. Bowl tannins on the 15, definitely again. That extra year is really doing that guy a nice little blessing. Not that this isn't approachable right now out of the bottle. Phenomenal. Again, balanced everything on this. Mouthfeel, nothing angular. Porterhouse pans here, looks like some brown butter would be banging with this. Definitely bigger wines, gonna go with the red meat. So 14 and 15, both phenomenal. They do have a little bit of these two left, and then they're gonna release the 16s here shortly. Again, $303 a bottle, and awesome. Phenomenal wines. Augie, thanks so much for sharing your collection and hosting our guests. Always absolutely love working with you and seeing all these amazing projects that you have your access to. Again, Hidden Ridge 2008 was $150 a bottle. The Slope 2014 cab was $75, and then 14 and 15 Immortal was $303. Thank you guys again so much for joining. Excited to see you all next week, and excited to get back out there actually physically doing tours in Napa, and Sonoma will be right behind it again. Cheers, hug your friends and loved ones, and wash your hands.